Welcome dear students. So today let's once again continue with lesson number 6, simple animation with scratch. Now in this lesson firstly we have learned that how we can change the costume of a sprite. Then we also come to know that if we want to draw a new costume or a new sprite, then we can use paint method. Then we come to know the different types of tools present in the paint method. Let's move to the scratch interface. Here you can see that there is the cat sprite on the stage, and if we want to look at the costumes of the sprite, then first of all we have to move to the costume tab. In costume tab, here you can see that this cat is having two costume. One in the costume is basically a pose. One, as you can see that here cat is in the walking pose, and in the second pose it is in the running mode or running pose. So these are the two costumes. If you want to make a new costume, then you can make it with the help of the paint method. As you can see that we are here in the paint editor with the various number of tools that can be used to change this costume also, or we can draw a new kind of a costume for this sprite. So I told you in the previous videos also that how these different tools are actually working and how can we change the costume, or how to make a new sprite also. So let's go back to the code tab. After that, we have also learned that instead of every time running our program by clicking on the green flag, we are having various number of instructions also through which we can trigger the execution of the program. For that, first of all, we will move to the events block. Event block is a block which is having the instructions that are used to start the execution of the program. Here you can see all these cap-headed instructions are used to trigger the execution of the program. As you can see that normally we use when flag click instruction, but if you get bored of using this instruction, then there is another option also. That is, you instead of using mouse, you can use your keyboard to start the execution. Here you can see that here space bar key is used. If you want to change this key, then for that you have to click on this drop down list. Here you will have different number of keys that are present on your keyboard. You can take any alphabet key, or if you want to take any arrow keys to start the execution, then you can. So number keys can also be used, and the special keys can also be used to start the execution of the program. You can take any one. For example, let's take arrow key to start the execution, and then we simply use move instruction. Let's change it to 100 steps, and then if I'm trying to click on flag, then it is showing nothing. But if I will press up arrow key, then it will start moving, as you can see on the screen. So instead of having every time only one instruction when flag click, you can start the execution of the program with the help of a key also. Not only key, you can click any sprite to start the execution of the program. For example, here we are having only one sprite, so we can use, instead of having this, we can use when this sprite click. So whenever we will click this sprite, then it will start moving. So these are the number of options are available here through which we can start the execution of the program. And these instructions will fall under the events block. So now let's go back to the lesson. So today we will learn that what are the repeat and conditional instructions? In Scratch, if we want to make any task repeatedly, for that we have to use some repeat and conditional instructions. Basically, these instructions will help in controlling the execution of the program. Please underline these lines that repeat and conditional instructions will help in controlling the execution of the program. Now, what are the repeat instructions? For that, as these are used to control the execution, so we will find these instructions under control block. So first of all, click on the control block. Now what are the repeat instructions? If we want to repeat anything, then for that we have to use this repeat instruction. Repeat instruction will help us to find out that for how many steps we want to repeat that instruction. For example, if I'll say 4 times, then we have to change the number written in front of repeat. For example, if we want to turn the sprite, then we will use this instruction turn instruction inside the motion block, and then we will fit this instruction under the repeat block, and we can use flag or any of the instruction to start the execution. Now let's see. When I click on green flag, then it is showing that the sprite is turning to 15 degree, and it has been turned up to 4 times. If you want to check out key how it is going, how it is moving, then for that let's introduce wait instruction also here. Wait, and let's increase this number up to 10. As we can see that the sprite is turning, and it will turn up to 10 times. As you can see that when we click on the green flag, then this code has been highlighted, and it will be highlighted until we get the 10 steps. When 10 steps will be over, then the highlighted color has been gone also. So this is the use of the repeat instruction, and these are used to control the execution of the program. As it is controlling, therefore these instructions we will find under the control block. So here is a difference between the control and event block. Event is used to trigger the execution of the program, and control is used to control the execution of the program. Now let's read the lesson. Page number 32. Tejas. What is this icon for? Here Tejas is pointing to this stage 1 background icon, and he is asking to Mose that what is this icon. Then Mose is replying, it is the stage icon. This icon is used to change the backdrop of the stage. Click on the icon and see what happens. Now we also see that here on the right corner there is the backdrop one. This is the backdrop. Backdrop is basically the background of the stage.